guys, welcome back to another Mr. Fantastic video, and today I'm going to share my pros, cons, thoughts and my review of DC Fandome. That's why I'm wearing my DC cap and my Flash top. And my overall thought is that DC Fandome was an incredible event, gave me something to look forward to, and on a weekend, I mean, what better day to do it? It gave me news on upcoming movies and TV series that I would probably not find on the internet or YouTube. So let's start with the pros. My first pro is that it was worldwide and it was accessible for nearly everyone. You just had to make an account. As simple as that, you could add things to your schedule and yeah, you just access it when it's available, which is it already passed 6 days ago, so probably can't access it now, but I'm sorry. Okay, let's get on with it. So the second pro is that there were a bunch of hosts from around the world: Philippines, America, Australia, where I live, and too much to tell, South Africa, and yeah, that hosted most of the shows. And my third pro is that there were a bunch of news. Yeah, I already said this, but a bunch of news that you wouldn't find on the internet or YouTube. And my fourth pro is that if you didn't like, the Flash, there were always, Batman, Justice League, Aquaman, Shazam. So if there were a bunch of content and variety, and that brings me to my fifth pro, that it wasn't just movie and TV series announcement. There were video game announcements, comic announcements, and even, some games with the panels. So I really liked that. My sixth announcement, I'm getting mixed up. My sixth pro is that literally every show, show or episode, I don't know what you want to call them, had the panel, and it was really interesting to see who was playing this part, who was playing, King Shark from Suicide Squad 2, and there were a lot of interesting characters in Suicide Squad. So, yeah, I was really looking forward to, seeing what changes they made to Suicide Squad and the Batman and stuff like that. My seventh pro is that I thought they ended it on a really, really good note with the Batman. The trailer was spot on, and that brings me to my eighth one, that there were official trailers. Well, probably not for everyone, not for Shazam, not for Aquaman, but, for the Batman and Justice League, they were pretty, there were a lot of, clues about the upcoming movie, and a lot of them were set in 2021, so probably will be able to watch maybe all of it. And it was really interesting to see new never before seen versions of characters in the Batman, which was really cool, kind of like a Lego Batman movie based Commissioner Gordon, and more murderous Riddler, Catwoman, Penguin. I heard that Colin Farrell might play the Penguin if he puts on some weight, but I don't know if he will look like the Penguin, but I heard that the Penguin gang will come, the Court of Owls, Catwoman, and the Riddler is probably the main antagonist. And then my ninth pro is that they're encores. you know, like if you missed Wonder Woman 1984 because that was pretty early in Australia, you could always watch it while you're having dinner at 7 p.m. Same with Suicide Squad, and if you missed the show, they repeat it twice. So that was really, really good because I really wanted to see Wonder Woman 84 and Suicide Squad, because without YouTube and internet, I probably wouldn't have been able to see it. My 10th Pro is that you could get merch, and like, you know, if you don't put it full screen with a bunch of, you know, Twitter comments and well, you know, like intros between each episode or show, I don't know. Like, you know, for DC Pets, DC Ink, DC Art. So yeah, that was pretty interesting to see. And the next Pro, the 11th Pro, is that, well, it was pretty funny, you know, sometimes like the Shazoom and the rapper, I forgot his name, in the Shazam panel. And, you know, it was overall, you know, pretty interesting, pretty official, interesting, funny, and accessible for everyone. That's what I liked. Well, you probably need a device to access it. And yeah, I think that brings us to the cons. And, you know, I don't have that much to say. You know, I don't want to do this, but everything, you know, has a con. Well, if you don't know what con is, it's like, you know, something they could do better or something that was, you know, wrong. And yeah, DC Fandome has cons. The first con is that the schedule was pretty tight for Australia. Like, you had to wake up at 3 a.m. to start the show. That's making me tired. Anyways, I started at 6:30 in time for Joker put on a happy face. That was pretty cool. And that brings me to my second con. That, you know, sometimes it wasn't, you know, perfect, and okay, that was a fake one. That was fake. The second con actually is that I was browsing for the Arrow series and the Black Lightning series and the Flash TV series. Flash TV series is only on Foxstar, like a bunch of other CW shows, and unfortunately I don't have Foxstar, so I can't watch it. But, you know, I was looking at Arrow series and, you know, the Titans TV series, the MA15, and I was, you know, it said that only because of the gore and the fighting, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of looks like it's, like I saw the trailer, you know, the cut scenes of the Titans TV, and honestly they look as, you know, violent as a Marvel movie, and they still rate Marvel movies M, so I don't know, but at least I can watch Black Lightning TV series, which is M, because Black Knight, everyone should agree on this. Black Lightning is probably one of my favorite DC characters, or yeah. And my third con is that you know, sometimes they missed out on DC characters. Like, there are no Green Lantern updates, no Arrows updates. Maybe it's already finished. I don't know. There were no Young Justice updates, and yeah. The fourth con is that there's still, you know, a bunch of other things, you know, like the Kids verse, the Watch verse, the U verse, but if you're in Australia, or, you know, not in the, well, let's just make this a bit more plural. If you don't live in the United States or anywhere around there, and you can watch the U-verse and the Kids verse, because they're not at 3 a.m. in Australia, like in Australia. Like, I really wanted to watch, any updates on Teen Titans Go. But they were at 3 a.m. And, homeschooling is... You have to wake up at, 8:30 a.m. So, probably not going to wake up at 3 a.m. But I really wanted to watch Teen Titans Go. And the fifth con, I think it's a fifth or sixth con, is that the exclusive minifigure Supergirl is only available to Americans. Well, was available to Americans. And, honestly, I'm not flabbergasted because pandemic crisis. But, honestly, I don't think they would even deliver to houses anymore. So, don't know why they even made an exclusive Comic-Con minifigure. Wait, Comic-Con? Is it DC Fandome minifigure? And overall, those are my pros and cons. Don't take this personally. I thought it was really, really great. DC Fandome. Well, it's DC Fandome. Fandom? This is hard. Fandom with an E on it, because it's all around the world. And I really liked how the Whole of Heroes, the intros were it was drawn by Jim Lee. That was really, really cool. And yeah, you're probably asking, what was my favorite part of the show, of the DC Fandome? Well, it will probably have to be, everything, because I really like Black Adam. Black Adam revealed a lot, and I mean a lot of clues about the movie. Justice Society of America will be looking at Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, Cyclops, and Hawkman. And Black Adam, you'd see that he's, 10,000 years old, I don't know. And, it's really interesting to see who freed him, and is it going to cause any trouble or any of that? And the Batman, you always love a mystery from the Batman, and that's what the trailer brought us. It was really, really good, and the fact that they're not going to do one villain, they're not going to do two villains, they're making 3 villains, plus a mystery one. Not every one of you noticed, but I watched it on YouTube. So we have a Riddler. He's obviously, I think, the main antagonist. We got Catwoman, and we've got the Penguin and his Penguin gang. And then, if you look closely at the part where Batman opens the card that was sent by the Riddler, you'll see that there was an owl. I watched this video. I didn't notice at the start, but yeah, the owl means the court of owls, who are a bunch of rich people who were defending Gotham and wanted to make them their own. And maybe they might be the main villain after all. Maybe Matt Reeves was hiding this from us, and the Justice League Zack Snyder's Justice League was amazing, and I really want to see what he can do after. It wasn't terrible, the last Justice League. It was lacking something. That's all I can say. It was lacking something. It will be, I don't really dig the idea of Cyborg, just the new 52 Justice League. It would have been really cool to see, Martian Manhunter and Red Tornado and, wait, let me see. Martian Manhunter owned Green Lantern. I can't believe I missed them out. I would prefer Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter instead of Cyborg. That's my opinion. It's my opinion. And, yeah, that's probably all. And, the Suicide Squad trailer, it was real. I can't believe they included Polka Dot Man. Boom, boom, boom. For his polka dots, I don't know. But, yeah, it was really, really funny that they included Polka Dot Man, But it was a really, really, really good lineup for Suicide Squad, and great actors playing the role as well. We've got Sean Gunn as Weasel. You can't have a James Gunn movie without Sean Gunn in it. Like we're saying, Guardians of the Galaxy. We've also got John Cena playing Peacemaker. I don't know why they gave him that name, if he's a villain, but okay. Idris Elba as Bloodsport. I thought he was going to be Deadshot, but after Will Smith, got out. I love the idea of putting out the Joker. The Joker, I didn't really think of him as a Suicide Squad member. You have to include Harley Quinn, and Captain Boomerang. Those are, main parts of the Suicide Squad. We're obviously missing Deadshot and Javelin. That was a pretty cool add-on, and I'm obviously really keen to see the villain. I think Enchantress was the villain of the Suicide Squad, and Black Mask was the villain of Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. So yeah, really interesting to see the next movie. Obviously, a bunch of good characters played by a bunch of good actors. Thinker. Yeah. Gonna think of a plan, Thinker. You know the deal. Complete the mission successfully. Knock off 10 years off your sentence. Okay. Okay, that's a bit of joke time. But, okay, my rating out of 5 stars is 4.5 because the cons, they weren't really, it's not like they made a big impact. You can't make a schedule that everywhere in the world, everyone can watch, without having to wake up at 3 a.m. But, yeah, those are my thoughts, pros, cons, and my review of the amazing, the fantastic, the incredible DC Fandome. And it doesn't end there for Americans because there's still the Watchverse, Uverse, and blah, blah, blah. So I hope you're sitting tight and enjoying your house as much as you love your house in these pandemic times. But please hit the subscribe button and the notifications button to notify you on my next uploads, if I can. Yeah, I probably have enough time. And please hit the like button if you liked the video. It would help a lot. And peace out.